Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy YouTube Blue coming back at you again. How's everybody doing on this Monday? Guess what? The sun is shining. Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. I know a lot of y'all are in Texas or in Oklahoma or in other states and stuff like that, but here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, we have literally had a monsoon, whatever you have it. Like the last month has been rough for us. I want to say like it's been raining every day, literally for a month. And it got real depressing for a little while. You know what I mean? Like I didn't have the, I didn't feel like doing nothing. Like I didn't feel like making no videos. I didn't feel like going to work. Like, I mean, it was just depressing. Like I had wanted to work on my car, like so many things I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, outside. Like even Memorial Day weekend, it was like raining most of the time, you know what I mean? Like it was, but hey, the sun is shining now and I'm gonna take advantage of that because I don't know how long it's gonna be because I think it's gonna rain again tomorrow. So yeah, so anyway, Dak Prescott, I want to talk a little bit about this offense, right? Dak Prescott said sometime last week, that team doesn't need a #1 wide receiver to be successful. I agree with that, and I think I mentioned this before about, look, every team is different. Every team has different schemes. But in my opinion, in order to, look, the Dallas Cowboys, we already know, we lived in the land of mediocrity for 23 years. And we got to get out of that. Now, again, we didn't win the Super Bowl with Dez Bryant. Unfortunately, we didn't win it with Witten or Tony Romo either. I think a lot of that has to do with, in Tony Romo's era, a lot of that had to do with having the right players around. And now without him, it's like, okay, we have to change up our scheme. We have to do different things. Now, with that, our wide receiver core looks totally different. Now, I agree the fact that, you know, when you have a #1 wide receiver or you have that superstar on your team, teams are going to look at him, and unless you have another player on your team that can take that attention away from that wide receiver, you're literally going to sit there and your defense is going to play for that guy. They're going to shut that guy down, and they're going to make you beat them with your other players, which aren't as good. Now, if you have a group of players that are like above average, collectively, it's different because the defense can't tell where the ball is going to go. Because, again, there's no Dez, there's no #1 receiver to target for them as a defense to be like, oh, we need to shut him down so they're not going anywhere. So we got Michael Gallup. We got Allen Hurns. We got Deontay Thompson. Still got Cole Beasley. I don't know what they're going to do with T. Will, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to cut him. Because, again, like I said in a couple of videos before, his contract is guaranteed. T. Will ain't going nowhere. They're not going to lose $3 million some odd dollars. They're not going to pay a player to leave. Like, they're not going to do that. We've been doing that for the last couple of years, and that was the reason why we was in cap hell. And now that these players are coming off the books, that's why we're going to get that $70 million back in next offseason. We're going to have a lot of cap space. I'm looking forward to that. But, like I said, this wide receiver core that we have right now, young, hungry, scrappy players that are ready to go. I mean, if you've been paying attention and watching the OTAs and then mini camp coming up, these guys look like they're ready to work. They're not playing around. They're not going to be guys that's going to be barking in Dak's ear about, oh, I need the ball right now. You see that? Throw me the ball right now. You know, they're gonna play. They're gonna run their routes, and when the ball comes their way, they're gonna be ready. That's it. I mean, I don't know what wide receiver is gonna make this team because we got a lot of them right now. I want to see a lot more of Lance Lenore. I want to see really a lot more of Noah Brown because I feel like Noah Brown was on his roster last year, but they didn't utilize him like they were supposed to. Like, they didn't use him. He's a big body guy like Dez. Like, a lot of times, I don't know if y'all were paying attention to a lot of games last year when he did catch the ball, when he did get the ball, I should say, because he caught it most of the times he got it. I think he only had like one drop, but again, you know, the defender was a good play. He batted the ball, so he couldn't do anything with that. But sometimes when he caught the ball last year, I thought it was Dez catching the ball. Until I saw that number 85, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's Noah. But yeah, like these guys got a lot of promise. I mean, even Cedric Wilson, don't count him out. I mean, he might come up here and take a spot. I just know that, like, this training camp going to be serious when it comes to this wide receiver core, because these guys are hungry. They're ready to go. They're ready to play. And even Allen Hurns, he's like, look, if I got to be the potential number one, I'm going to do what I can for this team. Whatever position they want me to play, I can play all three positions in the wide receiver route. Then, okay. Michael Gallup the same way. He's trying to, both him and Hurns are ex-receivers, but I think that both of those guys are, you know, trying to harness their ability to do all three positions. So that way we can move this offense around. What have we not been able to do before? Move the offense around. Dez only played one thing. Dez didn't play the slot well. They didn't put him in the slot. They didn't move Dez around. That's another reason why Dez didn't succeed, because they didn't move him around. You move these wide receivers around different places, I'm telling you, you're going to get better results, because the defense is going to be confused for once. They're going to look at Dallas like, damn, y'all making changes now? Yeah, okay. Y'all talk about we some scrubs. Cowboys ain't no scrubs. We've always had talent on the team. Our coaching staff just failed us. They did not put us in a position where we needed to be. And like I said, I'm going to keep talking about this coaching staff until I see better. They're not dumb. These guys have been coaching in the league for a long time. Even these new coaches that we have. I want to see what Paul Alexander does with these new offensive linemen, because we already know what our big dogs can do. We already know what our top three linemen can do. You're not changing them. They already were good before you got here. Paul Alexander, I want to see what you do with the new guys. Connor Williams, the guys that we have on the team. Cameron Fleming, Marcus Martin. I want to see what you guys do with the new guys that are on the team now that wasn't on the roster last year. I want to see what you do. Chris Richard, I want to see what you can do. We already know your track record. We know what you did with the Legion of Boom in Seattle. We want to see what you do with Dallas. We see that you're already starting to make changes. Good. Hand clap for that. Keep it up. I want to see that get on the field. I want to see those players utilize what you're trying to do with this team, and I like it. I like what I see so far. Keep that up. Wide receiver core, Sanjay Lal. Get in here. Get these guys route running, because I wish that he got to work with Dez, because I feel like even when Dez was here, if he got those routes right, then maybe, you know, we'd be having a different conversation right now. But that's neither here nor there. We got these new young guys. They scrappy. They ready to go. Dak is excited. I already know, and that's probably the reason why he made that comment that he don't need a number one wide receiver, because he don't want nobody talking in his ear. He want to be able to spread that ball out and do what he can. Dak is not an elite quarterback right now, but maybe someday he can be. Again, greatness takes time. You look at all these veteran quarterbacks that started. A lot of them did not start their rookie year. Aaron Rodgers did not start until after his, I think, third year. You know, sat behind Brett Favre for them years. Tony Romo started after his third year, and Tony Romo was undrafted. Like I said, you look at all these quarterbacks in the league that recently retired or that are still out there, that are still doing good. Even Eli Manning, he was good at one point in time, and now he's getting older and he's regressing. Peyton Manning always was a great, you know, quarterback. Even when he got injured and came back, I mean, he still won a Super Bowl. So again, you know, and he also had that Broncos defense to help him out. Again, these young guys that we have on defense too. I'm loving what we're doing with these young guys and putting out there, because you can't grow and get better if you're not on the field. And I love to see these young guys getting engaged. I love to see them stepping up, because, again, the whole narrative since we made all these changes in the offseason, since Jason Witten retired, we already know Jason Witten is leaving some big shoes to fill. We know that. Dalton Schultz, step up, bruh. Blake Jarwin, step up. Jeff Swain, step up. Rico Gathers, if you're still here, if you're still on the team, step up. Everybody needs to play their part. I think Dalton Schultz is going to be all right. You know what I mean? Again, it takes time. It takes time. And I understand in a lot of Cowboys Nation, we don't have a lot of patience. And I get that because we went through 23 years of mediocrity. So I look at it like this. I hear y'all. I understand that, like, it's like, let's get it over with now. Let's get it done. Let's do what we need to do to make this team better. And I'm going to tell you right now, it will get better. Sometimes you just got to have a little patience. Now, they made these changes, and if these changes don't work, guess what? Jason Garrett gone. Can't really blame Dak for that because they haven't given Dak the full reins yet. Linehan said in his last interview that, hey, I want Dak to have full control of the offense. You should have been let him do that. I mean, the boy got the ability. You see what he did at Mississippi State with a bunch of scrubs. He's got a whole team of talent right now to work with. And let him be great. Let Dak be great. So, again, no, we don't need a number one wide receiver. We need a group of guys collectively together as a cohesive unit to make this team better. Because, again, that defense that plays against us, whatever team we're playing against, keep them on their toes. Keep them guessing. Because what have we done before? We were so daggone predictable. We can't be predictable. We have to make sure that we, at all times, are making the right adjustments in the game and doing what we need to do. That's how winners win. That's how winners win the Super Bowl. And that's just the bottom line. And I think that we're going to make the playoffs this year. I'm pretty confident in that. If we could get at least 10 wins, we got a good shot. Now, we got to beat these Eagles because they're doing all of this right now. And, you know, I guess they got every right because they did win the Super Bowl or whatever. They got their bragging rights for now. But new season starts August, September. That's when the Cowboys are going to shine. And we're going to take this throne back. We're going to take the NFC. We're going to do what we need to do. And we can't worry about nobody else. We have to take care of home. Cowboys fans, we have to be supportive of this team. You know, everybody talks about, like, you know, look at it like this. We have a very conservative fan base. Now, the people that live outside of Texas that are Cowboy fans are not as conservative. There's a lot of conservative Texas fans in Texas. And I don't know if it's because of they're used to the stadium. They're there all the time. It's really, it doesn't have that feel of, like, competition, I guess. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm not saying anything bad about, you know, Texas fans. I love all y'all. All y'all that support me. I love y'all to death. I've met a lot of y'all. You guys are awesome. Hospitality, I love it. It's great. But what I'm saying is a lot of us rowdy fans are the ones that's in other states. And we're yelling from the couches at home. But then when you go to the game and you see it in the stands, it's not the same thing. It's like, you know, I feel like the away teams are too comfortable in our stadium because it's not enough fight. I feel like, you know, I wanted to kind of be like a Seattle Seahawk at CenturyLink Field. I wanted to be like that, where it's like the decibels is so loud, you got to yell at the person right next to you. But, you know, unfortunately, we don't have that. It's a great stadium. It's an amazing stadium. I've been there many times. But it's just, I don't know, because it's too much luxury, I guess. It's just, you know, the most people, you know what I think what it is? The people that can afford those tickets that's down low are rich people. And most of the Cowboy base are middle-class people like myself that's just trying to make it every day and just trying to get a chance to get to go to the game. But we're not spending thousands of dollars on no damn tickets. And we definitely don't have no season tickets. I would never be a season ticket holder. Never. Because there's other things I can spend my money on. And I just don't believe in that. But, you know, if I can get to a game, I'm definitely going to go. If I got to be in a standing-only area, I'm going to be loud as hell. And y'all going to know E2 Blue is there. So that is what it is. But I'm done with my little ramble, y'all. I just wanted to state my piece on that. Let me know what y'all think about this wide receiver core and then what we're doing with Dak. But like I said, I'm excited. I'm ready to see these guys go to work. I'm ready to see Sanjay Lau's techniques and stuff. I want to see it on the field. I cannot wait for preseason to see, you know, they're not gonna play their hand, but they're definitely gonna show these guys are gonna get out there and show what they can do a little bit. And this tight end core, we'll see what they can do too. So I mean, this offense as a whole, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. But anyway, thanks again to all my subscribers. Appreciate y'all to death. This is your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great day.